Ethan had always been fascinated by the night sky. At 10 years old, he'd memorized more constellations than most adults ever would. His prized possession was a telescope, a birthday gift from his parents, which he used religiously every clear night. From his bedroom window, Ethan would scan the heavens, marveling at distant planets and searching for elusive nebulae. His parents encouraged his hobby, seeing it as a harmless and educational pastime. If only they knew what awaited their son in the vast expanse above. On a crisp autumn night, Ethan set up his telescope as usual. The moon hung low and full, casting an eerie glow over the neighborhood. He began his nightly ritual, methodically sweeping across familiar celestial landmarks. As he adjusted the focus on a particularly bright star, something caught his eye. A dark shape moved across his field of view, too fast and large to be a bird or plane. Excitement coursed through him. Could it be a meteor? Ethan tracked the object, his heart racing. It wasn't falling, though. It was circling. He squinted, trying to make out its shape. It seemed to shift and morph as he watched, defying explanation. Suddenly, the object changed direction, growing larger in his lens. With a jolt, Ethan realized it was coming closer, much closer. He stumbled back from the telescope, his eyes darting to the window. The night sky looked normal, peaceful even, but when he peered through the lens again, the object loomed impossibly large. It no longer appeared solid. Instead, it writhed and pulsated, a mass of shadowy tendrils that seemed to reach out toward him. Ethan felt a scream building in his throat, but no sound came out. As he watched, paralyzed, one of the tendrils seemed to stretch beyond the confines of his telescope's view. Impossible, he thought. And yet, a cold sensation brushed against his cheek. Ethan jerked away, his legs finally remembering how to move. He scrambled across the room, his back hitting the wall with a thud. The telescope stood innocently by the window, showing no sign of the horror it had revealed. Ethan's breath came in ragged gasps as he stared at it, unable to look away. Minutes passed. Nothing happened. Slowly, tentatively, Ethan approached the telescope again. He had to know if what he'd seen was real. With trembling hands, he positioned his eye to the lens. At first, he only saw stars, twinkling peacefully. He almost laughed with relief. But then, darkness flooded his vision. Not the darkness of space, but something alive, aware. Ethan tried to pull away, but he couldn't move. He felt a presence pushing against his mind, alien and incomprehensible. Images flashed through his consciousness. Vast comic voids, writhing masses of shadow, worlds consumed by darkness, and behind it all, a hunger, ancient and insatiable. When Ethan's parents found him the next morning, he was huddled in the corner of his room, muttering incoherently. The telescope lay shattered on the floor. In the years that followed, Ethan never spoke of what he had seen, but on clear nights, when the stars shone brightly, his parents would find him hiding under his bed, eyes squeezed shut against the darkness outside. And sometimes, in his sleep, he would whisper of things that lurked between the stars, waiting, always waiting. For Ethan knew the truth now. We are not alone in the universe, and some things are better left undiscovered.